That's where we were. That was our room, the middle one. Typical Cumberland Lake District driving. It's very nice. We can just see some new motor car being photographed. So today we've got something a little bit different. This is not an hotel room, but it's a bit like being on the boat. Really good. Nice little bathroom with shower, lavatory, and second room which we use for our luggage, and a really nice outlook here in Underbarrow, which is in the Lake District. Pretty good for a couple of nights. Is that on photo? Or?
No, it's on video.
Yeah, all good. So this is typical of us running along the side of Lake Rasmere. This is where William Wordsworth lived. Wrote Daffodils. We're back in Ambleside again, and we've found our way up to the smallest shop or smallest building in Ambleside. Here we are in the Black Labrador, typical English pub, and we love it. Well, we made it as far as the airport railway station. This is the next morning, this is the 13th, and we're just waiting now for our small train to take us further. So we're near the end of our train ride from Frankfurt to Bamberg, and this is just a little bit of what's going on outside. I think we'll be quite glad to get off the train and spend some few days peacefully in Bamberg. This is a bit better. Sun's coming out. Not far out of Bamberg. So today's our first full day in Bamberg, and we're up at the Rosengarten, which is behind the Neue residence of the church here in Bamberg. We've just had a walk around the gardens. Michelle's taking it all in. So we're now down beside Little Venice, or Kleine Venediger, and heading back to meet Bernd at 2 o'clock. Up on that hill here, so Staffelstein, and in front of us that's Schloss Banza. Yep. Yeah, and you can't see Vierzehnheiligen from here because it's so nice to be back here at Bernd and Tanya's place again and meeting Jakob, their son. So I'm just inspecting the fleet of cars. And this makes me feel much better about the number I have. So it's not only me that has a little bit of a collecting problem. All sorts of little treasures here. Hey Ben, you make me feel much better about my collecting. Guess who I met in Germany? Axel? So good to see you again. And here we are at Bernd and Tanya's. And here is Jakob, and there is Bernd. Hey, was sagst du?
Say, I hope it doesn't go on the YouTube channel.
Ah, on YouTube. Oh, good idea. We're just at the parking place for going to the Coburg Castle, or the Festa, which is there right under the sun. Here we are, walking up into the Festa. We've just had a nice wine with Bernd and Tanya in the middle of Coburg and just having a little walk around. Some nice sounds coming out of this building. Guess who's in her element here? This is the first day in Bamberg with the shops open. So there she is, she's an excited puppy. So today we're in Grünemarkt. And this is what it looks like on the Monday morning.
Also, damit ich schaffen, ja.
You've got to make the noise. Today, which is Michelle's birthday, the 16th of September, she's just turned 82, we're at Schloss Seehof, which is on the outskirts of Bamberg, where we've been staying the last few days. We couldn't get to the Taj Mahal on this trip, so we thought we'd mock it up here. Now we're on the top of Altenberg. This is sort of looking towards Klinikum, which is the hospital, the blue building, blue and white. And down there, behind that tower, is Bamberg. This is what happens when you sit down at an ice cream shop on somebody's birthday. Wherever I go, and today is Wednesday, the 17th, and yet again I seem to find myself in a beer garden with two young women, which I actually find extremely good company.
Charming.
Yeah. So we're down on the river, and I vaguely remember being upriver at a place called Boathouse, I think, some time ago. But this is very nice, and this is where we're looking in the direction of the old Stadt in Bamberg, not far down there. On the left-hand side is Concordia. So we are going across by ferry from one side of the little river, which is entirely driven by cable. There's no motor involved in getting across to the other side. This is entirely driven by the river, and the angle that you place the boat at, the pressure takes you across the river because you're held by cables. Fantastic.
So, wie heißt sie wieder, die Wirtschaft?
Weiß ich auch nicht. In Chestnuts?
Nee, da fahren wir ja nicht durch. Wir fahren ja vorher rechts ab.
A bit of German countryside heute.
Nee, wir müssen da nicht. Von unten schauen, ist ja eigentlich nur unscheinbar, ne? Eigentlich die Burg, ne?
So, looking out over little German village here from Giesberg. This is a little bit of driving through the Wald, or the forest, on our way back from dinner on, was ist heute? Donnerstag, Thursday. Correct? Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Donnerstag,
Yeah.
yeah.
Donnerstag.
Okay, we had a really nice meal. Today we're in the Frankische Schweiz, little Franconian Switzerland, and we've stopped at a little village called Muggensheim, I think, but it's very picturesque. We've just left Muggendorf. It's a very busy place, this Bamberg, especially on a Saturday night. Ah, fantastic.
Cheers.
So the Last Supper. I don't think Jesus had it this good. Talk about human ants. This is Saturday night in Bamberg in Germany. This is so typically Bamberg at night. Every night the same. There's a huge crowd eating and drinking. Here we are on the way to Passau, about an hour out. Cruising along the Autobahn. I'm glad Bernd knows the way.
Bye, 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 bye. So we will stay here?
You might be allowed to come and we can put you in the luggage and stay. You make arrangements. You go
Safe drive. Enjoy your coffee. Okay, thanks. Bye bye. You go.
Bye bye. See you.
Well, it's Monday, 22nd I think, and we're here in Passau. We'll be taking off at about 1:30 this afternoon to head further along the river. But this is the boat we're on. It's like a stock truck. We've been having a little walk around Passau, and I'm standing on a bridge now looking back along the river, and our boat is directly in front of us. It's massive. Well, we're leaving Passau and headed off to Linz. We're off like a frog in a sock. So the first bit of exciting thing along this trip is going through the lock, which is not quite the Falkirk wheel, but so now finally the lock is opening. Big thick locked doors. So I'm standing up at the Castle Museum above Linz and looking out over the city. We can see in the background our cruise boat on the inside of the two that are tied together, and looking out on a grey day. Bit wet here today. Just like being at home in a rainy day. In the middle of Vienna. I don't know what this Umkleider Herren and Umkleider Damen is all about. That's a brothel I'm looking at for the Roman soldiers.
Three men lost a woman in the desert. Yep. So look to the right, here you see the white tents, that's the Oktoberfest. and behind the ferry's wheel. And you may remember, in the morning I was telling you, the Ferris wheel is walking distance. But arriving at the Vatican, Charlotte had no appointment and they didn't want to let her through. But she resisted to leave. So they put up a bed for Charlotte.
It's Friday and we've only got 2 more days left. But this is looking out over Bratislava. We're down on the river below. But it's quite a big city and we're up at the Bratislava castle, which we decided to take the long way to unwittingly, so we're resting a little bit. It's just gone 6 o'clock and we've departed Bratislava and now heading to Budapest. We've just arrived in a lot en route to Budapest and I'm amazed how quickly we drop in the water, and there's no tolerance between the boat and the lock side. It's always bumping and thumping. I'd hate that to happen on my boat. We're on our way again and
just there on the left hand side, just like the Green Bridge, the Liberty Bridge, and if you look to the right, the most famous bridge in the city, the Chain Bridge. And ahead of us, this is one of the hills on the Buda side, the Gellért Hill, the lady on the top of the hill.
main square of this area. And people on sedgeways. See all the sedgeways? Here in the flash part of the city, or the older residential part of the city, what's this part called?
Buda.
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 Yeah. So we're standing up on a hill overlooking the Danube, and this is on the Buda side of it, which is the more residential. We've had a tour through the other side, the Pest side, and down in front of us somewhere is our boat, but exactly where I'm not sure.
More as well, and according to this peace treaty, our country lost 2/3 of its territory. So before the World War I, Hungary was 3 times bigger. All the neighboring countries got some part from Hungary, and once again we still have the same parliament because it was built just at the end of the 19th century also.
Finally we can sit on the top deck of the cruise ship and look at this little paddle steamer going past. Pretty good. There's Michelle coming up with her tincture to enjoy sitting in the sun. We're rafted up to 2 others.
That's us.
No, it's not. It's all a bit mental here at the moment. We've got boats leaving and boats coming in. They must be nervous because all of those bottom windows have got little crosses in them. Here's the other one that's just pirouetted in front of this silver in order to give it space to come in and berth. Monarch Baroness is headed back up towards Passau, I imagine. Well, it's the last night. This is it, it's the last night of the proms. Everybody's here drinking free champagne. Well, it's about 8:30 at night on Saturday evening in Budapest, and it's an absolute festival of lights. Wonderful. We're going with some folk that we met on board the boat down a bit further, and then we'll go home and retire for the night. This is for cousin Trudy, who told me about the lights. But there we are, Trudes. You know them well. We're having it's Sunday morning and we're packed up and our baggage is ready to go to the airport, and we're having a last little walk down some streets near where the the ship is. So we don't have to go to the airport till about 1:30. So we're just having a little look around.
Go that way. Over here.
Home time. See you in 15 hours, Auckland.